This is Cassie. Cassie is a quarter horse type mare. She's really sweet. She's around 9 years old. She shows some promise for like arena type, like working ranch competition or kind of things like that. If somebody's working with a trainer, more of a Western type horse, I think she'd excel in more Western type disciplines. This is a horse that definitely is happier when she has a job. As long as she's got one, she seems like she'll be really good with it. At the beginning, it was a lot of just kind of building her confidence with stuff on the ground and us in the saddle. And now it's kind of more educating on cues and stuff. Recently, we've been working a lot on kind of getting her to soften and relax her body and learn how to use her hind quarters a little bit more effectively. The very start of riding, when we first started riding her, she had quite a bit of worry, quite a bit of tension, and she didn't necessarily do anything. If someone were to make a wrong move, it was kind of in there that she might have done something. That has gone way, way down and is mostly gone. And it's one of those things that if I can kind of feel, if I start feeling her getting tense, I can kind of help her through that. And if you don't have the tools to support her, she might spook a little bit, but as long as somebody kind of has the confidence and the tools to support her, that's when she's going to be her most successful. And I don't think she's going to perpetually be a spooky horse, you know. She just needs a little bit of confidence, help building some confidence in new situations.
She's level-headed, wants to be a really good horse. I think she just had kind of a bad deal in life and had to kind of work through a little bit of stuff. But she really wants to hold it together and be good. That we've had zero issues with her, nothing. She hasn't done anything wrong. But for about the first 3 or 4 months, she always had this feel about her that she wasn't going to be able to hang in there if something did go wrong. So you had to really, really be careful. You know, there was just she just didn't have it in her to fill in. And so, you know, if she had startled and someone grabbed her with her legs, or, you know, and she's really gotten to where there's quite a bit more fill in there for her now. That's been one spot we've been working on. At first we couldn't get on her from the ground. We got on her from the fence because she didn't do anything again, but you just created a lot of anxiety in her to start the ride. But if we led her up to the fence, we were able to work, you know, get by that, and we'd work on getting on and off from the ground and then lead her up to the fence and start our ride. And you can see even there as she walked off, she as soon as she walked off, dropped her head, relaxed. So I want to just getting on there and checking her out, make sure she can isolate the hindquarters, isolate the front quarters, have the horse stay soft when she's rolling her around. Just basic body control things before we get to moving her, making sure she's balanced and can drive her hindquarter up there. She's a nice horse. We've been really enjoyed working with her. Yeah, I don't really have anything. Worst thing I have to say about her is her feet, and you know they're ones that, you know, you keep her in that 2-degree wedge and the breakover and keep her on a good cycle and everything's centered and they don't bother it at all. Yeah, she travels nice. You know, she's got a really good mind. She's easy to work with. Like, she really wants to hold it together even when there was trouble in the beginning. You just had to really be there to support her. And you see her going around calm, she's getting to where something happens, she's not on pins and needles, so she can fill in some. Yeah, somebody with confidence and that's not gonna put tension in her. She didn't understand how to soften the body from pressure. So she'd be tense, and then if you had an environmental thing or a touch thing come up that bothered her, it would create trouble. And so we had to make sure that we kind of controlled the environment and the touch at first while we taught her to soften the body. And now the environment and the other stuff is just coming along. It's just experience and time. She's really ready to go with a nice, you know, good hand, just somebody who's quiet and isn't afraid to put pressure on, but at the same time doesn't overdo pressure, or the pressure has meaning, I guess I would say. And whoever buys her, we'd be happy to keep her in our program long term and turn her into a stock horse. She was smooth when she was tight. She was the first time I loped her off, I was like, oh, she's gonna be a good one.